basketball memory, sorry, was early mid-'80s summer. I got took me into Jemison. It was a pickup game
Yeah.
with like you guys, Roy Tarpley, Magic walked in,
Yeah,
Scott
yeah,
Skiles. So that
yeah.
is one of my first memories.
Yeah,
So I just
yeah, yeah.
want to get that away.
That was the beginning of grind week. So
Yeah.
that was 4-on-4 that we used to do with Coach Heathcote, and then Tom took it to a whole nother level. So now it's grind week, and all the guys come back and have a great time and do a lot of on-court and off-court stuff. So it's accelerated. It's fantastic. Really
You were
good.
just back for not that long ago for being the Grand Marshal and being a guy from the area. What does this mean? I mean, you've been around this campus and for the entirety of your life.
Being from the area means a lot. Um, I think every kid that grows up, specifically in the Lansing area, that has dreams of playing collegiate sports would love to get to Michigan State. So the opportunity to follow in Jay and Irvin's footsteps a little bit and get here and play, and then cultivate that into a professional career. But more importantly, to come back and have a chance to be on the wall is really special. There's some great athletes on the wall. There's some great athletes in this class. There'll be some great Spartans in the future. So it's pretty special.
Who broke the news to you that you were going to be in the hall?
The new AD, Jay Black, called me. I was international. I think I was in South Africa. Do a lot of international coaching still. But got the word and took a moment to think about it. And I thought, man, that day is going to actually come, and now it's here. So time moves, and it moves fast.
So did you find that out before or after that?
Oh, I did this about a week ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
heard
coaching.
I heard you on with Tim, and I didn't know if you were, because you said it happened in South Africa, right?
I was coaching in Libya, actually,
Okay.
in the Africa basketball tournament, and left Libya on my way home and stopped in South Africa to see some friends, and got on the basketball court. And why did I do that?
Oh, man.
So I was pushing the ball up and went to make a step and it snapped, and it's a partial tear. I didn't rip it completely off the bone, but it's enough to where it needs to be isolated and in a boot and kind of give it some caution for a little bit.
That's
The Achilles.
It's the Achilles. Yeah.
And you said you had one on the left side.
I tore my left Achilles in an NBA preseason game. Playing against Gary Payton, came down and the left snapped. And back then they didn't have as much technology as they do now. A lot of guys are now popping their Achilles, so it's pretty frequent. So things have changed. But I decided not to do the surgery.
This spoiled your opportunity to go run at the MAC, I think.
Man, I was going to do a lot of things. I had big plans for this trip, and I still do. Just some of them have been tweaked a little bit, and all of the running and jumping is gone.
Well, I'm wondering for you, I mean, you mentioned about the grind week
Yep.
and everything that Tom has done.
Yep.
What is the extension of the program from that era when Tom he was a GA when you got here, or he?
Tom was GA when I
Yeah.
was here. Coach Heathcote was the head coach,
Yeah.
and I think at that time we were doing the Jennison Fieldhouse 4-on-4s where Magic would come back and he would bring Isaiah Thomas and Mark Aguirre and Dr. J, and guys would come in and we would go up and down. So it was a little similar to what's happening now, but the difference is I think Tom's bond with the guys, especially the guys that he's coached, is different. They're even tighter and closer. I think they do a lot more off the court activities in terms of hanging out and spending family time. And one of the things I noticed on Instagram was some of the older guys was talking to the younger guys. And to me, that's so important to kind of share the experience and help the guys grow. So just a very valuable week. Next year, I hope to be here.
As a guy who's been in the league, I mean, he's put a lot of footprint in the league in the last. I mean, obviously with Ishbia taking over the Suns, and just some of the guys that he's hired. I mean, do you get those? I mean, having been in a lot of those roles, do you get those calls from like a Brian Gregory or anybody?
So there's a lot of Michigan State guys in a lot of different roles. A lot of my basketball stuff has been international for the last 15 years. Recently, I've been coaching in the BAL, which is the Basketball Africa League, which is a partnership with the NBA. And that's something I've kind of committed to. The development of coaches and players on the continent is going to have a positive impact on college sports here in the U.S. So that's where I am currently and enjoying the opportunity to stay involved with basketball.
How did you get involved in international coaching? Like, how did this come to be?
I got involved in 1997 on a trip to Cape Town. I went down and got involved with the Professional Basketball League. It was called the PBL, Premier Basketball League in South Africa. And after trying to get involved with coaching, which is hard to do at any level, that was an avenue. And so I started off coaching in their professional league and then coached their national team, and then just fell in love with coaching. And that led to more opportunities and kind of grew and then got back and did some NBA stuff for a little bit and just have continued for the last 20 years coaching.
What would Judd have said about your honor today?
What would Judd have said about my honor today? Man, I'd have to really stretch to be able to come up with that one. But, I think all in all, he would have been proud. I think Judd was a component of believing in people who worked hard. And what I take away from some of the tough conversations and some of the tough years was all he was really trying to do was motivate me and other players to work harder, even harder. And even when you thought you were working hard, work harder. And so at that time, understanding that is tough sometimes. But as I reflect back now and as I coach and as I'm trying to push the same message, work harder, work harder. I understand his message, and I think he would appreciate the amount of work that I've put into coaching and staying involved with the game.
Are there any other specific moments in your time here at Michigan State that you've reflected on since you got the news?
Probably the moment that I've reflected on the most would probably be that junior season where we came back with so much talent, a very high national ranking, and then we had some injuries, and we just never were able to get where we wanted to be. So I think about that a lot. There's a lot of great times, a lot of great memories, but you always seem to think about what could have been, and if we had had a little bit more luck in that year, we could have done a little bit more damage.
Was that 85?
Yeah, 84, 85.
And then the 86 season, do you ever think about that and how that ended?
Yeah, ended up getting to the first round of the tournament. And, I think when I look back, we lost that game maybe by 2 points. It was a close game. Could have done some things different. And if we got past that game, I think we would have done a little bit better. But there's always situations and scenarios that you wish could have been a little bit different. But I spend more time appreciating my MSU memories and the times that I spent here and all the things that I learned. Invaluable.
Sam,
Thanks, Scott. We got to wrap it up. We got to get him over for live.
All right, Sam.